Family, what's going on? What's going on? It's a blessing to have y'all today. It is so. It's just such a blessing, man. I want to thank y'all for joining me. For those of y'all joining me, my name Eddie Raymond, aka Mr. Transaction Engineer, baby, the flies real estate entrepreneur on the face of the planet. Swear to God. Hey man, I hope y'all having a fantastic time. Um, Trying to get my stand right so I can get a hold of my phone, man. Don't look at my closet. It's junky. Mind your business. Mind your business. Get out my closet. Hey, man, I like to have fun. I love real estate. For those of y'all just joining me, my name's Eddie Raymond, a.k.a. Mr. Transaction Engineer. And I've been buying and selling real estate for the past 19 years. Very long time, baby. Still love it today, still doing my thing. But we on the bigger and better things, baby. Always. You get to one level, you gotta go to the next, and to the next, and to the next. Just keep leveling up. Y'all have any questions too, put it in the chat. But the video today is what's holding you back for doing your first deal or doing a couple of deals a year. Now, you know, everybody's different. Some people want to do 100 deals a year. When I first started, I was excited like that too. I want to do a lot of deals, a lot of deals. Excuse me. And I found myself working a lot of hours when I had my kids over. So I lost a lot of time with family and with kids because I was running after the money so much. Going. Man, listen, we can't take none of it with us. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family and your loved ones. But also we gotta eat also. So we also gotta provide. And if you're not at that point yet, you gotta get there. But what is holding you back from your first deal? What's stopping you from closing on your first deal? I know a lot of people say is I need a lot of money to do real estate. I need a lot of money to do real estate, and that's so further from the truth. You don't need a lot of money, but you do need drive. If you don't have, you either gotta have time or money. Time or money. If you don't have the money to pay to get where you want to quick, like getting a coach, then you gotta have the time and be able to go in. Go for what you know. I was telling my son today, we was talking. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I spent over 200 grand in my education, my real estate education. And I'm looking at, I ain't gonna say spend, I'm saying invested. I invested over 200,000 in my real estate education. I'm looking to invest another 20 with a new coach, with a marketing coach. So you may see, hey, we gotta take it to the next level and help as many transaction engineers as possible, man. We've had a lot of people come through our academy in the last 4 years and seen a lot of lives change. A lot of people, left their jobs. So you don't need a lot of time. I mean, if you don't have a lot of time, you gotta have the money, you gotta invest. If you don't have the money, you gotta put in that work. You can't let up. You can't let up. The time that you using to watch TV 4 or 5 hours a day, or be on this stupid phone scrolling, looking at Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, you gotta cut it. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. You gotta cut it. You have to cut that dead time and put in that work. You gotta put in that work. No excuses. You gotta tell the fellas. Or you gotta tell the ladies. Or you gotta tell your friends, listen, I can't hang out with you all weekend. I'm working towards my future. I'm putting in work. You gotta tell your friends that. You gotta make sacrifices. We always gotta make sacrifices. So that's one. That's one That's one, I would say, false belief. You need a lot of money to start. Because I started several times from zero, messing up a couple of times. But you got to put in that work. If you start from zero, guess what? You got to go at it. Like, you got to give it 110%. You got to give it 110%. You can't give it 10% or 15% and expect to reach your goal. That is not going to do it. That is not going to do it. You got to put in 110%. And if you new and you haven't done a deal, it's because I guarantee you, you haven't put any focus into doing the deal. You haven't focused on it. You probably gave it 10 to 15%. And what we focus on expands. So just think about if you married or in a relationship. If you gave your significant other 10% of your time, how do you think your relationship is going to be? And some of y'all, that's the problem now. Tighten up. That's the problem now. You're giving your significant other 10% of the time, and they want at least 50 or 40 or 30. So it's the same with any new goal, any new task. We got to give it that attention. And once we zone in with that attention, that laser focus, I guarantee you things change. Some of y'all need a coach. I was talking to my son today about a coach. So I gave him an example, this example. I said if I wanted to go from here to, let's say, Miami, without GPS or nothing like that, and I try to wing it, I went by a store or two, I asked a couple of people I know, how can I get down to Miami you want to go to Miami Beach. So you're going to have to go, you have to ask a couple of people. It's going to take you a little longer. You may get lost. Well, you definitely going to get lost unless you got somebody that's give you just perfect direction. So you can try it like that. That's like going at this without having a coach, just winging it. You may eventually get it if you don't get burnt out. A lot of time we get burnt out. Or you can use your phone and use that Waze. I like to use that Waze, W-A-Z-E app. Y'all better download it on your phone. It'll tell you where the cops at. So if you're driving fast, you know where the police hiding at. Drive safely. Ladies and gentlemen, drive safely. Don't do it. But download that app so you can stay safe. Okay? All right, back to the money. So, or you can download that app and just drive straight to Miami Beach without having to call anybody, without getting lost most of the time. Most of the time, they pretty accurate. I remember back in the days, man, we used to have to download. You have to print out, what's that? MapQuest. Oh, God. You had to get MapQuest and print it out, man. We used to go to properties and stuff. But we didn't have, the phones didn't have all this GPS and maps and Wave app, direct apps that'll get you there. And we had to print out the paperwork and drive to the people's house. Oh, my God. That was a long time ago, man. Oh, man. So that's the difference with having a coach. They get you to one level, and then you may need another coach for this, another coach for that. I got a coach for, my first coach was Ron LeGrand, my pa. I got another coach. Ron taught me wholesaling, subject to a couple more things. Lease purchases, I think. Then I got two coaches for short sales. That was DeJuan and Bill Twyford, Jeff Collar. What's up? Shout out to my family. So I had two coaches was doing short sales. So we done over 300 or something short sales. Then what's the other one? Man, I have several, man. At least about 4 or 5. I'll be talking all day about this stuff. But yeah, at least about 4 or 5 different real estate coaches. So, man, you got to go get this information. You got to go get it, man. So if you look for any coaching, this is Emmett. We got to talk to you first. Because some people out here look cray cray, and we need to interview you. So if you're looking for coaching, some real coaching, and I may do something special for you. Just email us info at mrtransactionengineer.com. DM me, or you can call or text 770-334-9311, and we're gonna work out something. I got something in my heart, man. I want to take on a couple more students, and we're gonna look out for you. We originally charged 15 grand for a year of coaching, but maybe depending, well, we got to talk to you first. We'll look out for you, but you got to be a person that is a go-getter. And we not even gonna charge you. It's gonna be a fraction of that. But you gotta be a hard worker and gonna go out there and get it. Not be procrastinating and making up excuses and trying to do it your way, because you gotta be coachable. After having all those coaches, I realized you gotta be coachable. You can't come with your little ego. Oh yeah, I know more than any coach. Man, if you knew more than a coach, you wouldn't sign up for coaching. So tighten up. Tighten up. So you got to be coachable. You got to be open to learning, and do what the coach say first, and then go and do it your way, and however you want to do it. But you need to close first. Do what your coach tell you. Close. Then you can go do whatever you want. But first, you got to convince yourself that you can do the deal. So don't mess it up when you sign up for coaching. Follow the blueprint, boom. Now you can do whatever you want, okay? That's good enough. Back to the money. Another limiting belief that you gotta be so special on the phone. You gotta be the best closer on the phone. Well, one thing about it, there's information everywhere, all over YouTube. Everywhere, all on YouTube, to learn how to call. Even in our programs, we have calls, closing calls, where we talk to people, close them on the phone. So we got recordings inside of our courses. And you just listen to those. Guys, I am so like, I don't do anything fancy. And I close over 1,000 deals. I don't do anything fancy. I just follow the script. Now, sometimes I get off, because I do like to make a little small talk, a little conversation, try to build a rapport with a seller, only if I feel that they're open. Now, if it's somebody, you got to be able to read your seller too. If they short and straight to the point, then you got to be short and straight to the point. You can't, you got to sell, hey, how you doing? Excuse me. You got to sell, hey, Mr. Seller, how you doing today? Great, yeah, how can I help you? Well, calling about your house over there on 156 Main Street, and I want to buy it. Okay, what? How much? Well, can you tell me a little bit about it? Now, right here and there, you can tell he's kind of in a rush. So you gotta model your seller. You need to get straight to the point. Don't ask all those questions. Start. You gotta go to the main stuff. Okay, boom. How much you need in repair? Boom. How much you want for it? Boom. Why are you selling it? Boom. You can look up all that other stuff later. Now, if you got a seller that's open, and they're following their tone, if they're more open and they say, hey, how you doing, man? Yes. Oh, my house is so wonderful. You should see the granite. I have that granite countertops everywhere. Hardwood floors. You name it. The best house on the block. Then that's a seller that you can model and talk to. That's a seller you can talk to and start asking more questions and get to know them and build a rapport. So you got to learn how to model your sellers. So you don't have to be the best person on the phone, but you do have to get on the phone. Unless you can afford to have a virtual assistant, And that's just a person that's working virtually from another country. They could be here too. But somebody that's good on the phone. You don't want them to sound like a robot. Hello, can I speak to Mike? No. You need them to sound them as close to American as possible. Now, if you can afford to hire a virtual assistant, but you still need to know what's going on in your business if you're new. So you got to get your hands dirty. Got to get your hands dirty. I would say at least close out one or two sellers yourself before you even delegate it. That way you'll know what's the task at hand. Brushing up your skills, man. There's all type of books out here. Brian Tracy, he's a good author. With he got several different books on audibles on negotiating. Who's another good one? The Wolf of Wall Street guy, Jordan Bradford, I think. So several people got different things on negotiating. You don't have to be the best at it. Get you a couple of tips, write it down. Like I said in our training courses, we got that stuff. Couple of phone calls, and you're just gonna hear, guys. I don't say any big words or fancy words, none of that stuff. I'm straight to it. You know, I model my seller. I know how to, build report, have a good conversation. I may ask, how many kids you got? Once I feel that you're open, how many kids you have? Oh yeah. Well, what are you gonna do with the money that you're gonna get from the sale? Well, I plan to move to Colorado. Wow, why Colorado? What's up there? So you gotta learn how to build a little report too. Bedford. Thank you, Jerome. What's his name? Dang, I forgot the guy's name. The Wolf of Wall Street. Bedford. That's him. But it's several different things, guys. But we just gotta put that attention towards it. Because if we don't, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna look back 6 months and a year from now, you're gonna be in the same boat. Same boat. Always try to reevaluate yourself at least every quarter, man. If you want to know if you're changing or not, every quarter. Every quarter, every 3 months. That'll show you if you're going up, or you're going down, or you're staying the same. If you're staying the same, you're going to be going down slowly. So we got to always be growing. Always keep learning. Keep growing. Get outside that box they put us in, that little square box they put us in, where you got to be like everybody else. You got to be like yourself. That's a big lie. You got to be yourself. It's only one you. No copies, baby. God didn't make any copies. Remember that. Oh, you know what, y'all? Also, man, we showing some love. We showing some love. Any questions, put in the chat. We showing some major love until the end of Memorial Day. To the end of Memorial Day, we have our How to Buy Houses Without Going to the Bank Subject to Masterclass. We teach you everything from A to Z on how to buy a house with creative financing. With creative financing subject to for 80% off. You got to click on the link in the description to see it. It's going to shock you. I never had any. I have sales maybe once a year. So this will be the only sale. Anyway, by the way. So I have sales once a year only. Because we got good product. I'm not giving you no discount. You don't go in Gucci asking for a discount. You don't go into Walmart and say, hey, Walmart, give me 20% off. No, you go in there and boom, get what you want. Well, we know we got good product and good students. So 80% off the subject to course on how to buy houses without going to the bank and kissing some butt. Man, Jerome, check this out, man. I almost went to the bank, man. I was filling out all these documents to get a house. Man, I can't do it, man. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, that's so much pain, man. When you get spoiled and learn how to buy houses without going to the bank, man, it's hard. Oh my God. It's hard to go the other route, man. They want your W-2s, your bank statements. Man, what else they ask for? My rental stuff. Where's all this income coming from? From the sales. What's this on your bank statement coming in here? What deal did this come from? I'm like, shit. I'm sorry, yo. Oh God. Man. Man, that's like, oh my God, I can't believe that, man. That's, oh my God. I feel sorry for y'all who have to go to the bank and buy a house. Man, I feel your pain. I just went through that and I had to hit the brakes, man. I bought like that. I've been buying houses since 2004. I only bought one time through the banks. And I've done so many deals, it's crazy. One time from the bank and it tightened me up. My first house I ever bought was a subject to back in '04. So then I went in like '08 or '07 to get a loan for a property. Man, after going through that, I was like, wow. So after that, man, that was over with for going to the bank. Creative financing is the route. is the route. So I've been going that way. Now I just was going to go because I was going to get a house I really in love with. I'm not in love with the area, but I'm in love with the house. But I don't like the area. It's not a bad area, but I already lived in that area. And it's out in Gwinnett. But I don't want to stay on that side. So I'm like, man, the hell with this loan. They want too much stuff. They want too much stuff, man. So after you go creative financing, man, it's hard to go another route. I promise you. It's hard to go another route once you go creative financing. So we got a special price for that. The first 5 people signed up. You get to join our 5-week masterclass where we hold your hand and show you how to find the deals, fund the deals, and get rid of them. Also, so you better jump on that. Only the first 5. It's in the description. Look in the description and sign up. Don't be late. That coupon will expire. I guarantee it. All right, Jerome, what's another limited belief that people have? Why they can't do any deals? What's another limited belief? What deals am I working on? So we got some commercial deals we're working on. Always working on houses and land. We wholesale land. Wholesaling land, y'all. It's a big, well, still a hidden gem. You got to be patient. They don't sell as fast as houses unless you got a buyer in that area that you constantly sell to. You start getting rid of them faster. But you do have to do a little work with the land. When you wholesaling land, you got to find out if the lot is buildable. You got to make sure there's no water running through the lot. What's another problem we had? If you buying on a tax sale, just say somebody, if you buy a house, a piece of land or any property from a tax sale, you got to do a quiet title on the property. See, all these people run around teaching this stuff. They're not telling you once you buy from a tax sale, unless it's one of those counties where you can buy and immediately get title and everything. Then if this is one of the states where you just buy, I forgot what they called it. I just found out about that a couple of years ago. There's some states out there, some counties and states, not a whole state, but counties. Guys, as soon as you buy the tax sale property, it's yours. You don't have to go through a quiet title to get a clear title. But in most states, when you buy it and they got a redemption period, once that time expires, so in Georgia, the redemption period is 366 days. So if you're losing your property, I buy it at a tax sale, you got 366 days to pay me back with interest and get your property back. So after that, once if you don't, and I own the property now, this title still will have to be quiet. Somebody got to quiet. Some people will try to do it. I heard you could do it yourself. You could do it yourself, but keep that in mind when you do a quiet title. You got to do it. You got to get the title quiet. You got to pay somebody or give you some game. Go back to the person who lost it. Have them quick claim a deed over to you. And you don't have to do a quiet title. You may want to give them a couple $100. We give our sellers a couple $100 and get to do a quiet title. I mean, without doing a quiet title, they just do a quick claim deed over to us. We give them 500. Make sure you get your deed notarized. You want to quit, QUIT, claim deed. You can get it online, man. So I just gave you some game if you buying any properties from a tax sale. Free game. You don't have to go out and pay attorney $4,000 or $5,000 to do a quiet title. Now we got one. I'm gonna tell you some crazy stuff. We got one that just happened. Shout out to our student Dave. God bless you, bro. He out there kicking butt. But we just got one, and like I said, it's the same situation from a tax sale. And we was gonna go. We went out. We went to the company that lost it. Guys and girls, everybody at that company is dead. I looked online. The company is dissolved, which means it's over with. They let it cancel, or somebody canceled it. One of the company members. Well, they did, so I don't know who canceled it. But we skip traced the trustee. We looked online and looked for the last person. It was the trustee. If you want to find out who owned the company, y'all just go on the Secretary of State in that state. Put the name in. You'll see an agent. In most states, you can see an agent, registered agent. Call them. They know who own it. Or you can Google sometime. But just go to Secretary of State website in that county that state, and then you can pull it up. And then just call the registered agent. So we called the registered agent. The guy said everybody's dead at the company. So boom. That messed us up. We gotta pay money now to do a quiet title. Gotta go through the process. Or like I said, you can do it yourself. Now they got Chat GPT. So hey, you can put that stuff in there and find out how to do a lot of things. A lot of things, man. We gotta step our game up. It's AI time, baby. If you don't go, guess what? You're gonna be left behind like them people. Well, back in my day, I swear. Man, your day is today. Not back in your day. Don't be, man. One thing I promised myself, I will not live with any regrets anymore, man. That's why I do everything I want to do. I'm passionate about doing or whatever, without caring about what anybody say. Because you only got to live for you and make yourself happy and the people around you happy. That's what matters. People on the outside looking in, they don't know your life. They do not know your life. Live your life, man. Don't live with any regrets. Go after whatever dream you have, man. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it off, man. Stop putting it off. I'm talking from experience. That's why now I'm going crazy. I got to complete some things. I would not leave this earth without giving it 110% in the areas I feel like God blessed me to give that 110% into. And don't you do it either. You don't want to be one of those persons, man, back in my days, man, I wish I would have did Bitcoin. I wish I would have closed on that first real estate deal. Maybe I would have had a portfolio 10 years from now with 20 or 30 houses or 40 houses that I could leave to my kids or my grandkids or to my church or to charity. You know, don't be that person, man. Don't be that person. Oh, yeah. I got to do a video on this, y'all. It's a tenant. For some of y'all follow me, y'all know it's a tenant that I had in the house for 5 years. 5 years, and she bucked and didn't pay for about 3 of them straight. I got her butt out of there. I got out of there. We won, baby. We won. This tenant tried to sue your boy. Tried to sue your boy for all type of junk. Because she was in my house renting it out by the room. Against my lease. My lease say you can't sublease. Put additions on to the back of my house. It was on the lease option. She just took the house and thought it was hers. She went crazy. Made additions to the house, rented out by the room. Man, everything. Everything. But we won. She tried to sue me. We won. I had to spend a little cash. But guess what? I got that butt. I got you. And she be watching so much stuff. Let me look you in the eye too. I tighten that butt up, didn't I? Yeah, I'm back. I had to get that out, y'all, boy. Woo! And I won about a month ago. I should have been came on here and got lit. Straight lit when I found out. Turned up for the YouTube. Man, y'all enjoy y'all Memorial Day weekend. I gotta get out of here, man. Oh, another thing. Got 2 courses. 2 of them only 80% off wholesaling land class. Course. Show you how to find these deals, fund them, and flip them. And for the first 5 people to register for that one, and this 80% off too, killer price, man. Um, you get a chance to get in the master class. That land master class was lit too. Shout out to Dave. All the students was in there. LaShonda. Who else we had in there, man? Man, we had like 10 people. God bless y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, man. That was the first one. That was the first one. So you know we're gonna set the next one off. The first 5 people on the land master class buy the land course for 80% off. Get to sign up for the you get in the land, the wholesaling land master class 2. So we got 2 classes going on that we teach. Subject 2 master class and the wholesaling land master class, where we hold your hand and help you close a deal. And if you don't close a deal, that means you're not focused and you're not putting energy in. So you need to look at yourself and talk to yourself. You might have to pat yourself on the back of the head. Tighten up. Sometimes we got to do it. Man, God bless y'all. Keep growing and going. I'm going to go live probably the next. Man, I may go live every day for a week. I'll be in another part of the world in a couple of days. We're going to go live. Man, just see what we can do, man. I want to help as many people as possible. Shout out to all the Transaction Engineer TE Academy family. Everybody who came through, I really appreciate that. Y'all know how to get in contact with us. You know we always are here. You need us. We got our phone number below. You can text or call that number. You can email us if you got any questions. Man, y'all keep going, man. Keep kicking butt out there. Don't take no for an answer. When one door closes, guess what? Another one gonna open. When one door closes, another one gonna open. Keep God first, man, and stay reading, man. Keep reading. This is one of my favorite books. Now, you got to be on a whole nother spiritual level to digest this. This book is serious, man. I've been on the mindset movement for about 13 years now. But this book here so deep. Oh my God, man. I got to read this book. Anyway, all my good books I read a couple of times, but this one is so deep. Man, you got to take it chapter by chapter. Chapter by chapter. You can also listen to it on YouTube, y'all. Don't slip on this, but it's really deep. So you're going to have to listen. You got to digest it. It's powerful and deep. So you got to be able to digest it. And it's from a spiritual and religious standpoint. So it hits you with both. So you can see from both angles, you dig? Let me see what Jerome. Let me see. Go live. We need it. Yeah, man. I'm going to start turning up going live. I've been so busy. But now that I'm getting I had a couple of rehabs going. So I'm finished with a few. I don't know if I'm getting back into any big ones. We got a big commercial we're working on. So the residential rehab may be a wrap for a while. And I'm going to start putting more time in, the coaching and teaching and stuff like that. Man, I done flipped so many deals. If I flip another house, for real, like would I be, I flipped another house. Man, unless it's $2 million profit on it, then I'd be excited like that. But I thank God for all chicks, because all chicks are good. But, man, I'm focusing more on teaching and helping more people, man. I got to, man. A lot of people need it. Like, I tell people, real estate doesn't have to be your passion, but let it fund your passion, man. You get 50 grand or 30 grand or 20 grand a check, and just say you like to, maybe an artist, you like to draw and stuff. Well, hey, you can use that for your income while you paint art all day. You paint all day, baby. Bust down a deal, Go back to paint. God bless y'all, man. See you at the top. Keep growing and going. Peace. Peace. Peace.